Jordan had the fastest time at tryouts. The coach read the names going to state. Jordan's wasn't called. No one said anything at first. The list just hung there on the board, names printed neat, his missing like it never belonged. A few teammates glanced over, then looked away quick, the kind of silence that says we know, but we're not getting involved. Jordan kept standing by the fence, sweat still running down his neck, spikes digging into the dirt. He'd finished his lap minutes earlier, the stopwatch flashing 10:82, fastest all season. He'd seen it. Everyone had. And yet, when Coach Rankin started reading, his voice just slid past the E.S. like Jordan Ellis didn't exist. Maybe they'll fix it, one of the guys muttered, not meeting his eyes. Jordan didn't answer. The air smelled like rubber and heat. The sun made the track shimmer like it was alive. He packed his bag slow. The coach walked by, tapping the stopwatch against his palm. That same click he always did when he wanted control of the moment. "Tough break, Ellis," he said. "Sometimes timing's not on your side." Then that smirk, quick, deliberate. The sound of the stopwatch clicking once more before he walked away made the air feel heavier. His dad was waiting in the parking lot, leaning on the truck. When Jordan didn't speak, his father just asked, "Did you give it everything?" "Yeah." "Then keep your head up." But that night, the sound wouldn't leave him. That click of the stopwatch. He replayed it in his mind, sharper each time. He scrolled through the team's group chat, saw the same photos of the winners, same comments from Rankin. Nothing about him. Like he hadn't even been there. He opened his phone's camera roll. Videos of drills, short clips from practice. Rankin laughing, shouting, stopping the watch early. Jordan stared at the screen for a long time, thumb hovering over the play button. He hit it once. The click echoed through his room. And for the first time, he realized it wasn't just a sound. It was proof. The next morning, he was back on the track before sunrise. The lights buzzed overhead, that cold white hum that made everything look too clean. Rankin wasn't there yet, just the assistant coach and a few early runners stretching, half awake. Jordan started his laps alone. His shoes slapped the surface, steady, angry. He wasn't training anymore for the board or the roster. He just needed to feel the numbers again, the ones no one could take. He timed himself with his phone, filming short bursts of each sprint, lining them up next to Rankin's official times. The gaps didn't lie. By the second week, the patterns were too clear. The same three kids always came out ahead, no matter who actually ran better. They were the ones with brand new spikes, booster club families, summer camps on their resumes. Rankin gave them extra drills, private talks after practice. Everyone else just filled the lanes. Jordan started recording everything, not sneaky, just quiet. A phone set near his bag, the lens facing the track. He told no one, not even his dad. The camera didn't need to know why. It just had to see. One afternoon, Rankin walked over while Jordan was resetting the cones. "You know why you're not getting picked?" he asked, casual, like small talk. Jordan didn't look up. "No, sir. Because attitude's part of performance. You've got speed, but not the right energy. Colleges noticed that." Then he walked off, whistling, tapping that same damn stopwatch. That night, Jordan watched the video from practice. Rankin's voice came through clear. The stopwatch click landed right before he finished the lap, like time had been cut short on purpose. He scrubbed back, played it again. Each time it hit harder. He saved the clip in a new folder. Proof. It wasn't revenge yet, just balance. For the first time in weeks, he smiled. Not wide, just enough to feel it. Because now he wasn't running alone anymore. The truth was keeping pace. By mid-March, the locker room had gone quiet around him. Conversations stopped when he walked in. Even the air felt different, tighter, waiting. The three favorites kept their corner, joking with Rankin like they were already college-bound. Jordan laced his spikes slow, every click from the coach's stopwatch landing like a pulse he couldn't shake. He had hours of footage now, drills, starts, fake compliments, those small moments when Rankin shaved seconds off the board for someone else. But it wasn't enough just to have it. He needed people to see. One afternoon, the assistant coach found him sitting on the bleachers after practice. "You okay, Ellis?" Jordan nodded. "You're not saying much lately." He shrugged. "Guess I'm learning when talking doesn't help." The man hesitated, then walked away. Jordan waited until the field emptied. The light turned that deep orange you only get before sunset. He could still hear the sprinklers in the distance, steady rhythm, like breath. He pulled out his phone and scrolled through the videos again. Every clip had the same sound, The click. It wasn't just background anymore. It was evidence. Rankin's signature. Then came the message in the team chat. Final roster posted tomorrow. His stomach tightened. He already knew. That night, he sat on his bed, door closed, lights off. The glow from his screen painted his face pale. He selected each video, trimmed the silence, cut the parts that mattered, the stopwatch, the lies, the voice. His hands shook, but his eyes stayed steady. He deleted everything else. Personal clips, selfies, race replays, gone. Only the files labeled proof remained. For a second, he hesitated. The cursor blinked over the share button. If he did this, there'd be no going back. Rankin had friends, parents, power. He had nothing but truth and a few seconds of sound. Jordan exhaled once, deep, slow. Then he pressed upload. The progress bar crawled across the screen like a heartbeat. When it finished, he locked the phone and sat there, listening. The sprinklers had stopped outside. The world held its breath with him. By morning, the video had already spread. Someone from the student-run sports blog reposted it with the headline, "What winning looks like at Easton High." By lunch, the whole school was watching. Phones lit up in hallways. Whispers followed him from one class to another. Jordan kept his head down. Every time he opened his locker, he half expected to find a note, a threat, a warning. Nothing came, just silence heavy enough to choke on. That afternoon, Rankin stormed into the gym. He wasn't smiling now. His voice echoed against the walls. "Whoever did this, you think you're helping the team? You just ruined it for everyone." Nobody moved. The three favorites looked lost, eyes darting between the coach and Jordan. They knew. Everyone knew. Later, during practice, the assistant coach kept glancing toward the office window where district officials were talking to Rankin. Their faces were tight, arms folded, no small talk. Jordan stayed on the track, stretching, pretending he wasn't watching. Then the door slammed. Rankin came out, red-faced, his stopwatch dangling uselessly from his wrist. One of the officials followed him, clipboard in hand. A short exchange, a nod, and just like that, the coach turned toward the parking lot. Behind him, the gate creaked once in the wind, the last sound before silence. The team stood frozen. No cheers, no celebration, just the sound of the chain-link gate rattling shut behind him. That night, Jordan's phone buzzed nonstop, reporters, parents, classmates. He didn't answer any of them. He just sat by his window, scrolling through the same 30-second clip. The stopwatch click, the laughter, the fake timing glitch. It sounded different now, smaller, weaker. The next day, an announcement went out. Coach Tom Rankin suspended pending investigation. At practice, the assistant coach gathered everyone near the bleachers. "We run clean from now on," he said. "Times start meaning something again." Jordan nodded once. He didn't smile. When the whistle blew, he took his lane, same spikes, same dirt, same heat. But this time, when the stopwatch clicked, it wasn't a threat. It was a start. 2 weeks later, the stands were full again. New banners, new faces, the same cracked bleachers that had seen it all. The state qualifiers. His name was printed clean this time. No typos, no excuses. Ellis, Jordan, lane 4. He didn't look at the crowd. He didn't need to. He could feel the air moving, that thick stillness right before the gun. His father sat halfway up the bleachers, a cap pulled low, hands clasped tight between his knees. He hadn't said much lately. Just, "Run your race, not theirs." The assistant coach gave a short nod from the sidelines. No speeches, no extra pressure. Just a stopwatch in his hand, a new one, still wrapped in factory plastic. When the starter raised his arm, the world shrank to the lane beneath Jordan's feet. The hum of the lights, the faint chatter in the stands, even his own heartbeat, all of it blurred into one long-held breath. Bang! He launched forward. Every muscle remembered the drills, the stolen seconds, the nights under cheap stadium lights. Each stride felt clean, honest. No tricks left in the system now. The finish line came fast, white paint rushing toward him. When he crossed, there was no roar, no dramatic moment. Just air filling his lungs and the sound, that sound, of the stopwatch clicking once. He turned toward the stands. His father didn't wave or shout. He just stood, one hand over his chest, eyes steady. Jordan smiled. Small, real, nothing to prove anymore. Behind him, the scoreboard flickered, then settled. First place, Ellis, J. Reporters were already calling it a redemption story. Teachers were posting congratulations. But Jordan didn't care about that. He sat on the edge of the track, unlacing his spikes, dirt clinging to his fingers. The same track that once betrayed him was quiet now, sun cutting low through the bleachers. He reached over, exhaled once, slow, steady, and picked up the assistant's stopwatch from the grass. His thumb hovered for a second, then pressed the button. Click. A clean start. A clean finish. Nothing else left to fix.